It's being described as the movie Deadpool meets the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it's coming to a stage near you this weekend. Here now, representing the Kottrgrimm Theatrical Storytellers now on the CI stage, we have actors Andrew Simic and Kimmy Schofield. Welcome to the both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so is that a pretty accurate description of this show?
I'd say so.
Yeah, I would say so. It's based off the classic 80s movies that are, there are a couple iterations of them, but very popular. Not to us, but...
We didn't even announce what the show is. The Evil Dead, the musical, coming to Hoopston.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about what this show is all about.
Well, the show is it's fast-paced, it's high-octane, it's very much like those popcorn drive-in movie theater movies where you go and there's just a kind of a lot of screaming, a lot of noise, a lot of action. I don't know how much emotional arc is going to be required to follow. You know what I mean? It's very much sort of like tune in, to turn out. You know, just come have a good time. It's a very fun show. It's a very loud show in the best way possible. I think with the right audiences, because it is a little bit suggestive, this is it's just a great, like, almost a tail end of summer kind of thing, but definitely a great way to kick off the Halloween season.
Yes.
Spooky.
Kimmy, I hear there's a little bit of blood involved.
There is. There's a little bit of blood involved. The basic plot, without giving too much away, 5 college students, they travel to an abandoned cabin in the woods on their spring break vacation. So lots of tongue-in-cheek, your classic horror movie tropes exist, but it is a comedy and a musical, but definitely mature audiences for sure. Be a good time.
Good to know. So tell me a little bit about each of your characters and who you portray.
I continue the ever-growing lore of Ash. Ash is this phenomenon that has existed since Sam Raimi, the original director of Evil Dead, sort of created this accidental series of horror movies wherein people kind of weren't really sure if he was serious or not, and the movies just got increasingly outlandish in this sort of B-movie horror trope, so to speak. But what always stayed the same was this character Ash, and Ash is this very typical but very kind of aloof, almost a Fred of a Scooby-Doo sort of variety.
Yeah, that's nice.
He's the first one, to be both scared and anxious and comforting, but also the first one to go into the room, and he's a leader, he's a scaredy pants, he's a bit of everything. So he tends to be at the front of the triangle, but whether he's the best leader or not is one thing. But what he has done is found his way through many of these Evil Dead scenarios through the decades. And Sam Raimi, the progenitor of the idea of Evil Dead, has made the character into this kind of almost mythical figure, and the musical draws on a lot of those tropes and a lot of the one-liners that you hear from the movies. There's a lot of when I was going around telling people that I was going to be playing this character in this musical, it was met with, "Oh wow, I love that movie," or "I love those movies," and then a one-liner, something from the movie, you know, like maybe something like "groovy," which is a little sneak peek for those of you out there. But there's not a ton to Ash. I'm not going to sit here and say that Ash is this cerebral, you know, award-winning acting feast.
But maybe you will be.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
We're going to find his soul.
Well, we're looking at details here on the screen of when the show is. So can you kind of give us the rundown of when and where people can catch the show?
It is on Friday, October 4th, Saturday, October 5th, and Sunday, October 6th. The Friday and Saturday shows are at 7 p.m. Sunday is at 4 p.m. for a little later matinee because it's a horror musical. That's a comedy. And it's at the Lorraine Theater in Hoopston. It is historical, it is beautiful, and it works really well for the musical that we have. So 7 p.m. shows on Friday, Saturday, 4 p.m. show on Sunday, and you can go to the LorraineTheater.com for tickets.
Okay, and you're looking at the information there on your screen. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And yes, definitely the perfect show to kick off the Halloween season. If you want tickets and showtimes, we'll be sure to connect you at stayaliving.tv after today's show.